Now I'm even more confused. Alter Ego S. Pleasure Critical.
女の話をしよう。愛を守るとき、女は女神と等しくなる。お前の体が目当てだ。と男は笑った。まるでけだものね。と女は言った。お前の心は俺のものだ。と男は笑った。ええ、その通りよ。と女は言った。助けてくれ。と男は言った。けだものではまだ足りない。と女は笑った。愛しているのに。と男は言った。ええ、その通りよ。と女は笑った。男女はベールの向こうで一つになる。癒着する肌のように。熱に溶ける氷のように。溺愛を具現する女は笑う。すべてを支配してこそ、真実の愛足り得るのだと。
I don't understand Melt. Not yet, at least. Elizabeth is definitely out of the picture now. Well, you've probably just resummoned her. Actually, I think it's a running gag in FGO that so long as someone mentions Elizabeth Bathory, she shows up. Like, that's why she shows up in, She shows up in Rome, and in several of the other singularities. Like, saying her name causes her to be summoned. Causes her to exist in the current time. So, by raising this flag, she'll be back. She's been back once already. She'll be back. The only enemies we have left are Meltrilus and BB. It's do or die for both us and BB. This will now probably turn into a battle neither of us can slip up on. First, we need to defeat Meltrilus. Rin and the others should be cooking up a plan. Let's focus up and head to the student council room. But wait, I wanted to look at stuff. I didn't get the chance. Also, should probably talk to Gil. If I can. Also, I should change my socks? It's just slippers. Also, to the model and the engine, those slippers are 100% fused with her feet. Yeah, the shape doesn't change. It's just texture slapped over those feet, making them fuse to the slippers. We can work with that. No, glasses stay on. But let's match it up, I guess? I don't know, do slippers match with gym uniform? Maybe I'll get a new clothing at some point. I did have new information matrix stuff. Class Berserker, Master Meltrilus, keyword Dragon's Reverse Scale, Mad Enhancement an E-. Yeah, that's basically worthless as a Madness Enhancement. Mental Disorder A, Magic Resistance A. She is a dragon, so she has high magic resistance. Strength is high, Endurance is high, Agility is fast, Mana is low, and Luck is mid. Bathory Elizabeth, Fresh Blood Demoness, which, by the way, I believe is how her name is written out in Hungarian. Because they also, actually, like Japan, they have a surname first name order. A noble phantasm that summons the castle Elizabeth presided over in life, turning into a stage just for her. The worst, most disgusting noble phantasm that Elizabeth, who began dreaming of becoming the ultimate idol, came to possess on becoming a servant. The castle's name is the prison castle Chete, the demonic castle where hundreds of girls were tortured to death, where Elizabeth soaked in a bloodbath made from those girls' lifeblood to maintain a great amount of mana and charm. With singing talent that only 1-2 people on the planet could match. Who's the second one? I know Nero's one of them. and this castle remodeled as a stage with gigantic amplifiers. It truly is a hell on earth. Did I end up seeing her use it? I super don't remember. I tried to prevent it every chance I got, because it hurts. But yeah, it's also her Noble Phantasm in FGO. So it replaces whatever her first one was with the castle speakers. A collaboration with the Golden Theater cannot be allowed. Once again, we're calling out Nero. Like, we can't have both of them out and singing. That'll just rend the planet. Like, that will be enough to match Enuma Elish in just destroying the world, the fabric of the world. Dragons reverse scale. In the West, dragons are regarded as devils, but in China, dragons are godlike existences. If Western dragons are the strongest of the phantasmal species, then Eastern dragons are invincible. Oh, I like how they separate that out with lowercase d and uppercase d for dragons. Beings with no need to fight. But even dragons have a weakness. When the scale beneath their jaw is touched, it will become enraged and devastate the earth with their power. In this way, even such perfect existences have flaws. Elizabeth is no exception, and this scale is on a part of her body, near her tailbone. If seen, she'll go flush red with embarrassment, and when she's done panicking, she will approach the person with two choices. Will you be killed by me, or will you marry me? Those are two very, very different options, and, neither, please. Supersonic. Due to her skill Innocent Monster, Elizabeth has been demonized as a dragon of mixed blood. A dragon's strongest weapon is the use of their attribute Dragon's Breath. Red dragons, fire. Blue dragons, electricity. Black dragons, acid. Their breath has a wide range of effects. According to a certain rulebook, the breath's damage is the same as their strength stat. Are we just pulling from D&D right now? Considering its damage that far surpasses humans spread evenly across an army, it's not unreasonable for a single dragon to destroy an entire country. Elizabeth's dragon breath is made of ultrasonic waves. Since she's been demonized, her lungs have shifted spiritually and gained terrifying lung capacity. Amplified by her noble phantasm, Elizabeth's voice could be called noise that could reverberate through and destroy part of the Tokyo Dome. Not the Tokyo Dome! It was this moment that she became Saber's rival, both in name and reality. Again, we're playing up the rivalry of singing, neither of which can sing, of Nero and Elizabeth. That said, both their character songs are fine, and I do enjoy Elizabeth's Akogaration. It's a fun song. A skill that induces madness and raises their stats. But as Elizabeth still has her reasoning, the benefits from it are very low. Yeah, the opposite end would be giving her Mad Enhancement EX, where she retains the ability to communicate, but she's also hyper insane, and just like, you don't know what's gonna happen. Rather than increasing her strength or endurance, she's simply in a state where she doesn't feel pain. Which, I guess, is a form of madness. Mental disorder A. Being mentally ill. It's a skill! It feels weird saying that. I was trying to play it up as a joke, but the fact that it still came out of my mouth was... I couldn't handle it. It is not the mad enhancement usual to berserkers, unable to feel the pain of others or read the atmosphere. The ability of mental super armor. That's a funny way of putting it. Magic Resistance A. This is a real skill. A hidden skill that even she herself is unaware of. Well, she's a dragon, that's why. You'd think it was fabricated by Innocent Monster, but the truth is, she really does have the blood of dragons. She's endowed with magic resistance of the same rank as Saber from Fate Stay Night. Yes, actually. Because they both have dragon's blood, so they both end up with magic resistance A. Its source is the Bathory family's coat of arms. It was a shield-shaped crest with a red fang, symbolizing the dragon's courage, strength, and cruelty in never leaving an enemy alive. But yeah, I guess the quality of her dragon blood is on par of that of Artoria Pendragon. Character background 2. To Elizabeth, killing the common people in droves was her ordinary, everyday life. If anything could be considered her misfortune, it is that she had no one to challenge her abnormality, to teach her that her deeds were atrocities. Several years after she started taking blood, Elizabeth's brutal acts extended to even the daughters of the aristocracy, and she finally received the indictment that her character so deserved. Yeah, she murdered the wrong girl. And they're like, okay, you can stop now, or we'll make you. The year was 1611. At the trial conducted in her absence, she was convicted and imprisoned in one of the rooms of Cheta Castle. And just like that, she, who was already feared as a devil, was thoroughly sealed away by the people. The people whispered. To see her figure was frightening. To hear her voice was frightening. Memories of losing their daughters, memories of themselves giving them to her, remembering them was frightening. Fathers who gave their daughters, Elizabeth's relatives, to compatriots in aristocratic society, as if to hide their own guilt, concealed her in a prison of stone. The room that Elizabeth used in her final days, a prison in her castle's basement with nothing but a small gap to feed her. And in that room, without exits or windows, all sealed from the outside, she continued to ask why until her final moments. Such as, why, or I didn't do anything wrong. It is said that her voice echoed through her stone prison, so much that it irritated the soldiers, so they plugged the opening to silence it. After that, there was no one who witnessed her alive. On August 21st, 1614, the soldiers noticed the smell of rotting flesh, confirming her death. From then on, she became a legend as the Blood Countess. Yeah, I mean, she committed atrocities, but her punishment was also super extra inhumane. So, everybody sucks here. Melt, what you got for me? You got Melt Virus as a skill. Yes, and it's EX, because you're the only one who has it. A special ability called id-S that alter egos possess since their creation. A cheat skill that evolved from Absorption, the highest rank of energy drain. Draining, copying, and scaling down are all possible. The drain process has two parts. First, the virus poison produced in Meltrellis' body is injected into the target and fuses the parameters to be stolen. Experience, skills, capacity, etc. Then she absorbs, converts, and unifies with the parameters liquefied by the virus. As long as it has form, it can be drained, regardless of whether it's organic or not. But things without form, things like spiritual nature and skills, can be fused, but making them her own is difficult, so she can only use them as simple nutrients. For this reason, what Meltrellis primarily makes her own is mainly experience and capacity. I like how experience and capacity are both without form, but she's able to take those. With this ability, Meltrellis planned to augment her own transcription. She created a transferable virus capable of melting the entire contents of a digital frame and transfigure them into herself, Meltrellis. So basically she's pulling, she does what Mr. Smith does, or Agent Smith does in, Matrix. At least by the second movie? Third movie? It's been a while since I've watched them, so I don't remember the details. But yeah. She stabs them, melts them, turns them into her. And then I also had the last of Liz's SGs, yes? Purity, inexperienced. Elizabeth's third SG. Exactly what kind of purity that is will be left to the reader's imagination. Yeah, they've been doing that the whole time, huh? Servants are reproduced in the prime form of their life. So this Elizabeth is in the form of an unwed daughter of House Bathory, a girl in love with love, one assumes. An idol must be pure as snow. Forget romance. The moment she knows love, her radiance is lost. So long as she immerses herself in the idol business, this SG will forever be indestructible. Yep. What were the new infos we got here? This is new.
大きくするには、いろいろするんでしょ？私は来やすくないのよ。
I didn't make you say it. You volunteered that yourself.
もし逆鱗を暴いたら許さないわ。丹念に刺して、潰して、絞って。そして、私はお嫁にしなさい。
In that order? You'd be marrying a puddle.
拷問は貴族の義務だもの。ちょっと違うわね。それじゃあ、異性の体で？そんなの知らないけど、指とか素敵に決まってるじゃない。
Alright, that went in a direction I wasn't expecting, but okay. And I've seen all of these, right? Was it? Did I not see this one?
資産、仕事、趣味、いろいろあるはずなんだけど、そっちのけでビビッときちゃうもの。 ズバリ運命ってやつよ。
Ah, right. You want to find your Prince Charming. And this one was Stripes. Which, yeah, she wears them. Alright, did we get anything new for Melt? No. Anything new for Gil? No, just those two. BB still just has the one. The grin appearing still scares me. We're not gonna get much more for Kiara. I'm surprised we got 2 in the first place. Alright. I got my slippers on. Oh yeah, what you guys gotta say? Everyone knows by now that BB took down President Leo. I've been hiding it from this girl. It looks like she's at her limit. I'll be corrupted too if I stay with her. But yeah, I told her I'd stick by her. I said I'd hold her hand until the very end. See ya. We won't be able to watch her fight, but good luck. You're the one who made it to the end of the Holy Grail War. I believe you'll come out this victorious. Oh, you know the ending. Huh? You want to know who I admire? Yep, that one's staying a secret. A good woman smiles until the very end, right? Is it me? My dream is to wear a snow-white dress and walk down the red carpet, wedding aisle. After that, it will, of course. Wait. Oh, she's just broken, that's why. After that, it will, of course, be wonderful, exciting. He already likes the color red, so as far as the eye can see, we'll make pure red fire. Oh, she's not okay. I cannot bear this absence. I cannot bear this opening. I cannot bear this outcome. Ah, dark. That dark, dark ocean swallowed him. She's having a good time. She is doing great. Hey, Shinji, you're back. Miss Kiara is dead? You're joking. BB said as long as we don't oppose her, she won't kill us. Shit, so that's how it is? In the end, we're all going to... Damn it! Yeah, listen, well, I don't know if that was BB doing it more than it was Melt going rogue. I want to go home already. I have to hurry home. I just can't leave. An even bigger problem is that I completely forgot where to go after I leave, where my home is. Who the hell am I? Where's my house? Oh, he's breaking down too. He can no longer bear just staring out at the sun. He knows he needs to leave, but he can't. How's the date going? Well, that's how it was. He wasn't the carefree one, I was. He was at his wit's end, oblivious. I was really oblivious. Like 2 peas in a pod. But I know I'm the terrible one here. Can't believe my own feelings that I like him. But look, I can't remember. I can't remember how we were before coming to this old school, no matter how hard I try. Oh boy, everyone is breaking down. But at least she knows she's the terrible one. The end of mankind, huh? That sure is a shock. I'm just as shocked as you are. I mean, am I gonna get deleted without ever going on a first date? Who would come up with such a cruel scenario? I don't know, ask the eggplant. Yep, at this point, I don't even mind if I go with BB. Please arrange a future where I can date. I don't care if we're too late. Okay. I want to date, I want to date, I want to date, I want to date. I want to delete, I want to delete. Oh, we're doing so good right now. Everyone is in the perfect mental spot. I heard Kiara Session is gone. Now we're down to 1 master with a servant, huh? So it's all over for us. I mean, we have a 2nd master with a servant, but I guess Karna is too injured to continue fighting? What? Jinako Karigiri is still around? There we go. The chance of her getting us out of this mess is essentially 0 after you round it down. Well, round it up then. You're not wrong, though. Another master is gone. Also, Kiara wasn't going to do any fighting. I can't bear to see a master vanish by means other than the Holy Grail War. If we return to the nearside world under these circumstances, will we actually be able to continue the Holy Grail War? Probably. You guys are persistent. Keep fighting a battle you can't win. Is this what they call human potential? Then I'll pass on a trait like that. Exerting yourself so that you can be deleted is a contradiction we can't understand. Well, I'll study. Gotta study. So long as I keep studying, I won't have to deal with this reality. You keep hiding, keep burying your head in the sand. I'm sure it'll work out eventually, after I fix everything. How you doing? You're a good friend, right? It may be a bit late, but in the status entry of the main menu, you can check your servant status. That's correct. On the status screen, you can use the L button and R button to switch between them. I know. Thanks, though. Hey, are you and me really friends? I don't know who you are. What are you saying, bro? Oh, yeah, of course. Sorry for asking a weird question, girl. Yeah, sup, sis? Wonder what's gonna happen to us. Sorry for all the whining, but you're the only one I can talk to about this stuff. I made a choice and I don't know what that choice was. You wanna know if I'm still studying? Yeah, that's right. It amazes even me, but learning calms me down. Maybe it's because of my base personality, the soul the moon cell designed for me. Though I'm an NPC, so it's more of a shard than a soul. You made it all this way, you're fighting of your own volition. My habit of studying is the same thing. Coping mechanisms! Good stuff. Watch out, BB scares me too, but Meltrolus is just as dangerous. You got it, bud. Man, having the commissary back is a huge help. I knew BB was a horrible demon, buying up all the item sources in the commissary. Huh? Am I okay? I looked like I was about to disappear? Who? Me? For real? Yeah, you kind of called out BB. As if. I'm still a club chief, I won't leave my adorable little me behind and disappear that easily. Do I get to vanish you now? Well, but, I'm not optimistic about it. So if it does happen, please ignore it, yeah? I still have an important administrative role. If your consciousness level drops because I disappear, my incompetence will show. You're our last hope. All I can do is cheer you up and send you off. Yeah, there we go. We're back to looping. Alright, don't die. Dying would be terrible. I don't want to see it again. I've seen it like 3 times now, and it's terrifying every single time. Just watching them get torn apart and deleted. A lot less people have been visiting the commissaries recently. There's a lot less people around. Did you get the sense that Mr. Kotomina is feeling a little lonely? It's fine, he's allowed to be alone. Nah, I'm just imagining it. It must be. Alright, but what's in the library? I'm never going through this door. But since Kiara's not at the end... Finally facing off against Meltrolus? She's an AI with ideas more dangerous than BB's. I'm sure it'll be tough. Be strong. I'm alright. I won't give in. Keep holding her hand. I'm not alone anymore. Alright. How you doing? Not you. Not you. Can I talk to her? Right, she doesn't do anything. Ordinarily, a servant's given class shouldn't be able to be changed. For a Lancer to become a Berserker, common sense really isn't popular on the far side of the moon, is it? Not in the slightest. Honestly, we have no idea what it's like outside the old school building. Feels like a deserted island. BB. Something's wrong with me. I can't believe I've been thinking about her this whole time. Yeah, I knew it. Let's do that. Makes the most sense. If I want to know BB, I should just meet with her. You're gonna die. If I want to talk to BB, I should just join her. If I want to become BB, I should just let her consume me. Well, she's probably gonna die. We're losing one master after another, and all I'm doing is watching. Shit, this is all an administrator who can't connect to the server can do? Could you stop going to the Sakura Labyrinth? No. If we lose any more masters... No, this is inappropriate. All I'm doing is imposing on you. Yeah. No new books? No... Ha-ha! Give. I'm going to finish the Epic of Gilgamesh today. With fierce determination, I stand before the bookshelf. I immediately pull out the Epic and look for the third sticky note. Bring it on. I'll take whatever gets thrown at me at this point. I'll run a marathon through the labyrinth. Spam codecasts, beat a secret boss, anything. Go for it. Tsukimihara's wasteful king. Huh? Wait just a second. That's it? Where's the little imp part? No snide remarks or explanations? What the hell is this Tsukimihara's wasteful king? You look around for someone to fire a quip at, but everyone looks clueless. Nothing else is written in a sticky note. How terrible, why is my life so hard? No, I need to calm down. Thinking about it rationally, it has to be a hint related to lifting the restriction. Wasteful, wasteful. Certainly so far I've been forced to completely waste my items and MP. What else is there? That's when it hit me. The one thing I'd probably first associate with waste, the only thing I've yet asked to waste. That is to say, Rin's favorite thing. Cash. Sakura meant. And there's only one place in all of Tsukimihara where you can waste money. Father Kotomina's commissary. Man, that's all I have to do? The commissary is an integral part of my labyrinth explorations. This shouldn't be difficult. It's all good. I seem to be in the clear. Congratulations, you've earned the title of Tsukimihara's Wasteful King. Cool, I guess I need to spend a limit of money, and I did it. So I bought things. I straightened up and nervously turned the previous restricted pages. There aren't many left. I guess they'll retrace the last stretch of his life. Written here is the legend of a king that went on a long journey seeking immortality. It tells of his quest to reach the underworld, an elixir of immortality, of the unexpected conclusion to his journey, the king's long slumber, and the end of the epic. I wonder what the king, Gilgamesh, was thinking about at the time. If I were to ask him, would he really answer? I put the epic that I finished reading back into the bookshelf. I filled in Gilgamesh's matrix fast. It's up to me as to what she does with that now. Alright, we'll get that final SG. I'm glad I'm apparently the wasteful king. I just like buying clothes, okay? Whether it's codecast or cosmetics. I like special goods. Now this is a rare sight. I get the sense that Kotomine is in a good mood. What new good could have done this to this priest? I'll talk to Gil. Alright, first off, what's in here? Absolute knee highs. Tempting. What about Mystic Codes? Staff Fortitude I didn't get. Sword of Repentance. Ooh, better big stun, that's like most of my money. An Angelic Trumpet, which gives me big regen. Okay, but... Give. And now I don't have enough for the Mystic Codes, right? Yeah, for either of them. I'll be back. Ah, Fujimura's back. Huh? The NPC that was by the janitor's closet? Maybe he had an ego collapse? He was a low-performance old-generation NPC anyway. It was a miracle that he even made it out of the imaginary number space. Wait. Goto is gone? The Electronic Sea is a force to be reckoned with. Despite my tough body and having my brilliant supporter, I made no headway. And so, new quest. Commence the Taiga quest. Breaking out of here using brute force alone won't work. I think we also need luck. So, I want you to bring me an item that will make me lucky, as soon as possible, please. Where would I even find that? And how soon is soon? He's just gone! Where did he go? He was one of my favorites. He was unique. Do you know where he went? Yes, I am. Alright, bye. I'm glad that you're in the story, but not written out. Wait, what's in here? This is the factory room. The door locked. The locked door won't budge at all. I'll give up on trying to get in. Let's see, will someone have a good luck charm for me around here? The locked. Anybody have anything in here? Nope. She said find it immediately, so that tells me it won't be in the labyrinth, which means I need to find it in here. So is it going to be on a person, or is it going to be an item, like, on the ground? I hope I get an indicator, because I don't know what I can check or not. I got nothing. I assume I have to find like a 4-leaf clover or something related. But where would I find it is the question. In here? Thought I'd try and write something. But with no chalk, I give up. Alright, nothing here. And then around the corner? Hope Go Home Guy doesn't vanish abruptly as well. Alright, for now, let's see what Gil has to say about things. He has nothing to say. Casualties are given. Don't you know this is the far side, the land of the dead? It's the living who are a rare sight here. You said that already. Yeah. But I have new socks. Perfect. Nah, I gotta go with the classic type. Perfect. You can change the coloring too. Oh, the green, lime, and yellow look awful. The white is a bit too bright considering the dark clothing. And the blue needs to be more of a navy to match. Like, the black and the blue, I need an in-between to match the uniform. Guess I'll stick with the black. Alright, we're putting the slippers away. And I haven't gotten any new clothes for you either. I did get new thing here. I have to read this, don't I? Source. According to the epic, after the loss of Enkidu, Gilgamesh fell into a depression, his previous vigor gone. Gilgamesh was shocked by the fact that Enkidu, whose strength had not been inferior to his own, could die. Tormented by anxiety over death, he finally decided to set off for the underworld in search of immortality. It was said there was once a sage who'd survived by putting many animals on an ark before a deluge assailed the earth. This sage was said to be the only one on earth to escape from death and live on in the present. Seeking him, Gilgamesh set off to the wilderness alone. At the end of that long journey, through many hardships, Gilgamesh finally arrived at the underworld. There, he met the sage named Utnapishtim, spoke with him, and finally obtained the herb of immortality. Gilgamesh was to transcend the death that had taken even Enkidu. His heart's desire fulfilled, on his way back to Uruk, Gilgamesh stopped by a spring. He cleansed himself, apparently intending to test it in perfect condition. However, as he was bathing, a hungry snake happened to smell the herb of immortality. By the time he noticed, it was too late. When Gilgamesh emerged from the spring in a panic, all that remained was the skin the snake had shed. Having lost the herb of immortality, Gilgamesh was irritated for a long time, but he made his way back to his castle in Uruk. After this, while strict, he ruled his state quietly, entrusted it to the next king, and went to his eternal rest, without telling anyone of the herb of immortality's location. Mankind's oldest king of heroes, Gilgamesh, discord with the gods, quest for immortality, a deluge that enveloped the world. And that epic was the basis of every legend. The truth of this epic, with many of its finer details uncertain, now lies across the veil of romance. As another side note, the reason snakes are reborn with a new body every time it sheds its skin is because it stole and ate Gilgamesh's herb, or so they say. Apparently, the way snakes live appeared to the ancients as a kind of immortality that was unavailable to humans. Yeah, shedding skin, it's like, oh, it must have died and then, stayed alive. But it didn't. Also, I just can immediately read Utnapishtim. I believe Utnapishtim is also the name of his grill super in Fate Unlimited Codes. And that is a, what's the word for it? Not Raging Storm. Rock, what's the name of your move again? Why can't I remember it? Brain, why do you do this to me? Whenever I try to remember something, I just forget it even deeper. Like, either way, it's a unique type of super. Like, Order Soul has one, Narukami U has one, and I can't remember the name of what it's normally called, and it hurts me. But it's probably one of the first of those types of move that I've managed to pull off. Definitely the easiest of all the ones I've had to pull off as well. So, Raging Storm is still the only thing coming to mind, although it's not Raging Storm. It's bothering me so much. I need to check. Hang on. What is the name of Rock Howard's special? Super. Just, like, this needs to be done. It's gonna bother me. It's, scroll faster. Where is this? Give me the name. Deadly Rave. There we go. Now I'm satisfied. Yes, it's a Deadly Rave type special. Super. Now I can speak with Gilgamesh about his past. I finally looked into the last piece of Gilgamesh's legend. The Golden King, the Absolute who treated humans as lessers, the man who gained control of the world during the dawn of civilization. There have been plenty of great rulers and leaders throughout human history. There were kings of conquest who raced across the east. Hey, I know a king of conquerors. His name is Iskandar. There were some founding emperors who established massive empires. There's plenty of those. Yet one must admit, Gilgamesh stands out among them all. He placed himself before his people and his country. He had neither a lust for conquest nor a curious spirit. Perhaps he possessed too many things right from the onset, which is why he put himself first. Ultimately, he undertook a search for immortality. In mankind's oldest legend, the Epic of Gilgamesh, there's an anecdote about his pursuit of a miracle plant that granted eternal youth and life.
どうした?顔を曇らせおって。またぞろくだらぬ悩み事か?よいぞ。苦しゅうない。話してみよ。
Luckily for me, the King of Heroes seems to be in a good mood. Alright, then I'll ask. I don't feel very good about having unanswered questions before I head to the final battle. We're not going to the final battle yet. We still have to face against Melt before we even think about BB. Okay, so... why give it the plant of eternal youth and life?
Nani?
Ooh, this flustered you. Well, why did he even want eternal youth and life in the first place? The legend says he came to fear death, but... I won't buy it if I hear that this heroic spirit just had a praiseworthy disposition.
そうか。俺の女児誌を最後まで調べたというわけか。では、その疑問もなぜとは言うまい。だが、その質問は俺の真相に触れるものだ。知りたいのなら答えてやるが、貴様にその覚悟はあるか?
Yes.
俺にあの忌々しい話をさせるのだ。貴様は一生涯かかっても返せぬ負債を負うことになる。それでも聞きたいか?
I literally have nothing to lose. I didn't expect this kind of response. Judging by Gilgamesh's tone, he's neither livid nor enjoying this. I've never seen him speak so detached. Basically, this means he's serious. I should...
では語ってやろう。何?話はすぐに終わる。何しろ。女児誌通りの顛末だからな。
I didn't even actually get to make a choice. He's just going ahead. Hey, he started without waiting for me to answer. Whatever he wants to do, we do. Whatever I want to do, we do what he wants to do instead. I never even have the choice of yes or no. Yeah, exactly. The choice didn't pop up. He just started speaking.
照明を落とせ。舞台としては物足りぬが、少しは気分を盛り上げねばな。
Story time with Gilgamesh.
先々代の王ルガルバンダと女神リマとの間に俺は生まれた。人として最上級の肉体と真理に至る知恵を与えられてな。俺の幼年期はそれなりの善人だったそうだ。ウルクの民からは花よ蝶よと愛され、最高の王を得たと喜ばれたらしいからな。
The Kogil who shows up in Fate Hollow Ataraxia and FGO are definitely better people. They're much nicer to be around. That's for sure. Wait, hold on a second. Said to be, apparently? That's not how one usually talks about their past. I know I'm not one to talk on memory loss, but what's the deal? Does he not remember his childhood very well?
曖昧だと。幼年期の俺と今の俺は全く性質が異なる。幼年期の自分など知覚することさえできん。幼年期の俺も同じだろうよ。成人した後の自分がこの俺と知っていれば成長を止めていた可能性すらある。
Oh yeah, Kogil hates Gil. It's hilarious. He's like, man, future me is such a dick. I hate him.
ま、所詮はもしの話だが、俺は成人し、自らの方針を定めた。人を治める王としては生きぬ。人を諌める嵐として生きるとな。そこからの話は、女子誌にある通りだ。俺は思うままに奪い、収集した。人も国も俺のものだ。奴らが生み出す宝、可能性、その全てを集め我がものとした。なぜか決まっている。裁定するためだ。人間は発明の化身だが、共通の基準を持たぬ。いや、共通の基準がないからこそ、新しいものを生み出し続ける。
So, the progression of technology.
なればこそ
Innovation.
絶対の基準が必要だ。人を超えながらも人であり、神に属しながら神ではない裁定者がな。治めるだけなら人でよく、脅かすだけなら神でよい。神々はそれを最後まで理解しなかった。
Literally playing jack of all trades. An arbiter, huh? Now that I think about it, I recall Karna calling Gilgamesh that. One who ascertains, one who passes judgment, punishment incarnate, detached from any influence from human values. Is this the root of who Gilgamesh is?
ウルナンムの法典が定められる前の話だ。後にハンムラビメがさらに細かく定めた。根本は人が人を訴えるための法よ。
Oh, I'm actually very familiar with Hammurabi's code. Most people just remember the eye for an eye, but it goes pretty deep, all things considered. It's simple in the grand scheme, but it was definitely thought out.
俺は俺の基準で生きた。財を集め、女を抱き、友と戦い、地上の善悪を滅ぼした。その仕事が済んだ後にな、ある命が塵に帰った。ありていに言えば、死を迎えたのだ。俺はそれまで死を悼んだことも、死を恐れたこともなかった。意識さえしていなかったわけだ。
Death was just super foreign to him until his best friend up and died.
だが目の前で対等の力を持っていた者が消えた。誰であれ、死はあると知ってはいたが、実感したのはあれが初めてだった。
Someone as powerful as me must be referring to Enkidu. According to the epic, Gilgamesh personally witnessed Enkidu's death. He then became aware of his own mortality and became filled with terror. Eventually, so that he could escape death, he went to visit a sage who had transcended death. It was the king of the hero's final journey, a search for the eternal youth and life that led him to Kigal, the underworld.
無論、不老不死の薬について考えていなかったわけではない。俺の蔵には地上すべての財宝が収められねばならんからな。
For the record, because he owned it at some point, I do believe it's in his servant form Gate of Babylon. So he has one. Because there's record of him owning it. It's just, in life, he lost it very quickly. So, you know. But because there's a record of him owning it, it exists in the treasury.
奴が塵に帰らずとも、いずれは取り掛からねばならない仕事だ。加えて、俺には理由ができた。俺は奴を奪った死を嫌い、恐れた。生まれて初めて、己の生に恐怖したのだ。そこからの旅は、滑稽の一言に尽きる。冥界には死を克服した男がいるという。俺はそれまでの人生と同じ年月、荒野をさまよい、冥界を目指し続けた。どうだ、 伝説の通りだろ。俺は死にたくない一心で惨めに地べたを這い続けた。
It sounds extremely humbling.
お前たちと同じ動機だ。神の子も死を前にしては人間と何ら変わりはないという話だ。だが愚かさにおいても俺は貴様らより上だった。見苦しくも俺は自分の浅ましさを飲み込み続けたのだ。何のために、誰のために死を超えようとしたのかもわからないまま、ただ己は永遠不滅でなければならんと空を睨み続けてな。
He speaks nostalgically. Gilgamesh wandered across the wastelands for decades. His pride as a king, his authority, and his influence were set aside for this. All out of fear of death, a wholehearted desire to not die. But is that really what happened? He probably really was afraid of death. But that only serves as one reason. Why did he come to loathe death anyway? Was he furious over his friend's death? Was he afraid because even someone as powerful as him died? That's not it. I don't have any basis for this, but I'm going to say those aren't the reasons. I bet he couldn't forgive himself for abandoning his duty. He decided that he would be the one who bears witness. He decided that he would be the one who judges the people. He decided that he would see where people's actions led them, rather than if their daily lives were filled with joy. That's the way he ruled as a king, which is why he sought an undying body so that he could exist until the world ended, witness humanity's final moments.
冥界にたどり着いた俺は賢者から不老不死の秘密を聞いた。なんということはない。賢者は神の列に加わり長寿を得たというだけだった。まさにお笑い草だ。賢者は半ば植物と化していた。神の列に加わるとはそういうことだ。
I mean, that sounds superbly unfun.
俺は人の欲望を抱いたまま不滅でなくてはならん。欲望を味わえぬ体で永遠を生きて何になろう。俺は冥界を後にした。さっさとウルクに戻り、我が宝物庫を完成させる気になった。しかしだ。賢者は自らの在り方を否定され、弱気になったのだろう。
Or maybe he wanted to alienate Gilgamesh, who had rejected eternal youth and life from the gods, and see Gilgamesh be reduced to the same sorry state. This is what the sage said. I know that you do not obey the gods. I won't ask of you to beg Anu for mercy. Instead, I will share with you a secret. The sage told Gilgamesh that there was a way to obtain eternal youth and life without supplicating the gods for their pity. Within an abyss grew the roots of a miracle plant. That was the secret to obtaining eternal youth and life, he said.
そんなものを口にしたところで植物になるのでは話にならんが、それはそれで珍しい宝だ。不老不死の妙薬として我が蔵を飾るだろう。俺は深淵に立ち寄り、霊草を瓶に詰め地上に戻った。これが事のすべてだ。俺はウルクに戻り、城塞都市と我が蔵を完成させ、眠りについた。不老不死を求めた理由はこんなところだ。まさしく伝説通り、何のひねりもない真実だったな。では話は終わりだ。この問いの代償は後でゆるりと考えてやる。楽しみにしておけよ。
Oh boy. Huh? Wait, that doesn't answer squat. I object to Gilgamesh trying to cut the conversation short. I wasn't asking him about why he wanted eternal youth and life. I was asking why he went through the trouble of getting it to just let it go.
はあ、何度伝説通りと俺に言わせるのだ。あれは蛇にくれてやった。俺は水浴びをしている隙に不老不死をかっさらわれた満身のと。欲望を良しとする俺が野を這う蛇の欲望に足をすくわれたのだ。ただ腹が減ったという欲望にな。霊草を飲んだ蛇は脱皮という特性を得た。不老不死ではないが若返りの機能だな。なかなかの妙薬ゆえ俺の蔵にも入っているぞ。
That's it. Now I figured it out. That's what had me curious. Or rather, that's what had been bothering me. The legend states that the snake stole the miracle plant from Gilgamesh. The mystery is, what happened after? He never went back to the underworld again. He returned to Uruk. He spent half his life chasing eternal life, so why just quit? I want to know what Gilgamesh was thinking in that moment.
くだらぬことを。だがまあ、確かに不思議よな。あの時の心境は、俺にも言葉にできぬ。神になぞらえる不老不死など不要。そう語りながら、心の一端で俺は期待していたのだろう。地上に戻った俺は自らの成果に笑みをこぼした。これで死を打倒できる。我が友の雪辱を晴らせるのだと。同時にウルクの民どもの声も想像した。不老不死を持ち帰ったとあらば、民どもの称賛は今までにないものだ。所詮、俺も肉を持った人の子だった。ということだな。若気の至りというやつよ。
And it's after his return that he becomes the caster Gilgamesh we see in FGO.
しかしそうなると虚栄心も顔を出す。途端、それまで一個だにしていなかった自身のみすぼらしさが気になってな。ウルクに戻る前に身を清めようと、手近な泉で疲れを癒した。積もり積もった数十年もの疲れだ。水は天上の風のように、霊峰の雪のように、暖かく、冷たく、柔らかに俺を癒した。安らぎというのだろうな。肉体も精神も長きのよどみから解放されるようだった。俺はこの時ほど自身の成果に酔いしれたことはない。叫び出したくなるほどの陶酔だった。白状すればそれが俺にとって初めての喜びでな。財を集めるのは俺の本能、呼吸のようなものだ。喜びではない。だがあれは違った。俺は初めてこの世に生を受けたことを感謝し、人としての視点を持つなどと歌っておきながら、俺はあの時まで人間ではなかったのだ。俺は全てから解放されていた。迷いも恐れもなく、執着も責務もなく、圧倒的な全能感に身を震わせた。これが生命の躍動、これが我欲の報酬。この宇宙が誕生した結論とも言える喜びを俺は永劫欲しいままにできるのだと。だがそんな愚か者を待っていたのは蛇目の盗み食いだ。霊槍は失われていた。蛇は新しい体を得て去っている。この時俺に走ったのは笑いだ。腹がよじれるほど笑った。おかしくておかしくて仕方がなかった。
I can kind of imagine what was going on in his head there. He went through this epic grand journey, was actually satisfied with the outcome of, I did this really cool thing. Then a snake comes along and just steals it, takes away his entire accomplishment that he was so proud of. And then he's just like, wow, this is all so dumb. I cannot believe all this happened, only to end like this.
見ろ、これが結論だと。俺は自らの愚かしさに大笑いした。俺が手にし誇るものは無だけだ。ああ、何も得られないということではないぞ。最終的に俺の手には何も残らない。それこそが俺の仕事に与えられる唯一の報酬だと理解したのだ。初めて得た命の充実も生の喜びもこのように一瞬で消え去るもの。これこそが人の世だ。これこそが俺が見定めるべきものだ。永劫不滅の身でこの醍醐味の何がわかろう。
Ah, and in the end he goes, things that don't last forever are better. It makes more sense this way.
不老不死など所詮は凡俗の不始末。長く生き続けなければ終わりに立ち会えない雑種どもの夢に過ぎん。俺に不老不死は不要だった。もとよりこの眼は未来を見通す。死を恐れる理由はどこにもなかったのだ。俺はあの時代にあり、 すでにして不滅であり、時を重ねずとも遥かな未来を見据えればよい。人類最古の物語、後の世に語られ続ける英雄としてあれば、俺の責務は果たされる。
A different form of immortality. To be ever known forevermore.
話はそれだけだ。俺はあの時、人として生まれ、喜びを味わった後に、人として死んだ。
It is the case that, while born both human and God, he preferred his human side. And in the end, that's what he went with.
すまんな。以前俺は、生まれた時から完全だったと言ったのは、誤りだ。俺は生涯のほぼ全てをかけて成長した。肉体は友との日々で育ち、精神はこの時成熟を迎えた。長い幼年期がようやく終わったのだ。見上げた空はどこまでも広かった。俺の目をもってすら見通すには幾清掃といったところだ。その頃には俺の体も朽ち果てる。だが人間の世界は広がっていく。いずれ何億年も先の光すら見通すだろう。そんな未来を俺は見たのだ。それは心躍る光景だった。思えば俺はやる気を失っていたのだろう。
Did you think, they'll be fine without me?
集めるべきは全て集めた。今の時代にはもうこれ以上の楽しみはない。ならば潔く滅びるだけのこと、死など何度でも味わえばよい。その後にいくらでもよみがえる。その度にその時代を見定めよう。この世の終わりまで。人類が俺の庭を越え、暗い大海にこぎ出し、空の果てにたどり着き、結論を出すその日まで。
That was the dream he saw in his final years. A snake stole Gilgamesh's miracle plant, and he had laughed it off. Before he noticed the sun had risen, he laughed at the short-lived human joy that had blossomed within him as he returned home to Uruk. That's how Gilgamesh's journey ended. After that, he governed Uruk as the king who ruled over all heroes. Then he departed from this world. He departed as humanity's oldest hero, as the first mighty king in this world, whom was penned into legend. Our long discussion comes to an end. Since masters and servants are linked together, I can tell what Gilgamesh felt in his heart in that moment. Compared to the truth, he came to realize at the moment that miracle plant was but a trifle.
ま、ウルクを完成させた後、こっそり深淵に出向いて回収したがな。
You're ruining the story.
レアな宝だ。
You're ruining it. It wasn't recorded, but you did go back to get more, huh? He got more? The King of Heroes wasn't freed from a single drop of his selfishness.
そう言うな。財を集めるのは俺にとって本能のようなもの。無言で流せ。
I get it, but like you went through a whole this is the moral of the story, and then you're like, but I went back anyway.
備えあれば憂いなしと言うだろう。いつか子供にまで若返らなければやっていられない事態が来るとも限らぬのだぞ。
Hey, guess what? That's what happens in Fate Hollow Ataraxia. Literally all the nonsense is happening, and he's like, you know what? Screw you guys, I'm out. Takes his elixir of youth, goes back to being a kid for the rest of the game. And just does kid things. Because he's like, I don't want to deal with this. I'm out. I guess. I pray that such a mess never comes about. Anyway, now I finally get the picture. Whether he makes firm decisions of weight equal to universal truths, whether he gets blackout drunk and then takes poor administrative actions, whatever he does will undoubtedly be the arbitrations of a king. That's what it means to be an absolute king. That's the true nature of the man who guided me this far.
ほう、もしや貴様、尊敬の眼差しで俺を見ているな。よかろう、存分に見よ。なんなら着替えても構わないが。
Do you have the clothes? Just don't AUO cast off on me, okay? I flatly reject. I'm good. Also, I definitely don't respect him. I only understand Gilgamesh from a master's perspective, and I only worked hard so I could use him to my advantage in battle. So yeah, not much respect. Now I just know that he's not that bad a guy deep down, so I'm just a little happy is all. Well, having said that, Gilgamesh is definitely not a good person. He's still a pain in the neck servant.
陥落するのは貴様の方が先であったか。あれであろう。輪廻の SG1 と同じだな。
Stop calling me tsundere. No way. I never make embarrassing emotional outbursts like her.
そう取り繕うな。余計に浮き彫りになるではないか。さすがの俺も頬をかくというもの。
Stop making fun of me.
だがキリも良い。昔話はここまでだ。戦いに戻るとするぞ。これ以上の会話は慢心のもとになる。
Gilgamesh stands up with a delighted smile on his face. I clear my throat, pull myself together, then nod back. Let's go. Over the course of our brief break, I got my hands on the answer I was looking for. The only thing left to do is return to the battlefield, together with Gilgamesh as his master. Secret Garden complete. Poison of Death. Well, look at that. We can see Gilgamesh in all his glory. Gonna hit us with the AUO cast off. It's actually kind of bizarre how thin he is in this. That which symbolizes Gilgamesh's youth. It represents his quest for immortality and why. And so, that childhood of his came to an end. A tyrant that shed neither blood nor tears. A hero who enjoyed himself, indulging in every treasure, every pleasure. A king with the conviction to commit good and evil alike. Since the absolute standard is himself, he has no need for other ideologies or ways of life. His conceit is equal to the Macedonian king of conquerors, but the main difference between the king of heroes and the king of conquerors is that he does not need vassals. This hero, from the beginning to end, ruled only himself. What he loved were simply treasures, tools. People were only things fated to disappear, even if you recognize how much they deserve to be loved. The themes in CCC make talking about women unavoidable. This is a tangent, but Gilgamesh's preferred type is a noble maiden. As a child, his type was a flower blooming in the wild. It seems he hates women who, while reliant on men, are using them on the inside. So, he's a man of fine taste, is what I'm seeing. Yes? Would it be wrong to say otherwise? That was the end of that? Yeah. Alright, what do we have here?
94、73、93。黄金の王には黄金の肉体が似合うものだ。
But does it follow the golden ratio?
その目には余る一品だが、キャストオフを望むのであれば、霊樹を持ってくるがよい。
I don't have any left.
分かりきったことを聞くな。欠点がないという弱点に決まっていよう。
Yeah, sure, that's what it is.
そうさな。造形が美しいのは当然だ。話にならん。心をくすぐるものは心の折れる音。美しいものが流す、さらに美しいひとしずくよ。舐めると甘いぞ。その答えは、貴様が探すがよい。
I mean, I found it. It's in your SG.
貴様、さては拉致外のアホか。ゴールド以外に何がある？万有だ。どのような時代であれ、都市をそぞろ歩くのはやめられんな。ま、レベル1になるまで眠っていたのだが。
Yeah, don't rest too much. Don't fall back to level 1 again. I need you strong here. Well, we've learned what there is to learn about Gilgamesh. We also learned what there was to learn about Elizabeth, and that was much more painful. But we'll see how we can deal with Melt, and not get melted. Also to bypass her invincibility and everything else she's got. So, you know, she may be a bit of a challenge compared to the others. Not that they haven't been challenges, because they've all been pretty challenging. But, you know, straight up invulnerability is on a whole new level. So, gotta fix that. Still, we are definitely getting closer. Another chapter over. There should be like 2 left, and then I'll probably have to do a New Game Plus run for, you know, the true end. But that's thinking too far ahead at the moment. For now, Melt is the current target.